Francis of the Filth by George Miller. Copyright 2017. This book is about a character. It has no relation to the author. Chapter 1. A long time ago, in a dimension far, far away, there was a collective of midgets fighting over a hummus snack who have nothing at all to do with our story, which really begins in a small and very unhygienic bedroom in what humans call New York. It was at first appearance a common habitat. Last Tuesday's ramen floating on a carpet of used tissues, unwashed socks, chewing gum clogged USB sticks, and bottles of urine stacked up in a pyramid. Poorly written Japanese calligraphy scrolls hanging on the walls between cracked mirrors and old, proudly displayed high school detention slips. And semen stains on the ceiling. Yet, on closer inspection, there was, at the same time, something unique about this habitat as well. Grotesque to the point of disfigurement, and disconcerting to the point of alarm, there lay in the middle of it all, rather happily, blending in as though one with it, Francis of the Filth. He was covered in nothing but phlegm, and a pair of SpongeBob underpants, which could stand on their own, and would most certainly shatter like glass if thrown at a hard surface. Though dead to the world, he would occasionally whimper utterances which were a window into the mind of filth that beheld his name and title. "No, Jules Santana, please don't touch me there. Female comedians are very funny. Must eat more hummus. The other kids won't let me play in the park. It's my turn to ride the chocolate man. The school bus is responsible for their deaths, not me. Yes, it was I who left the steamy surprise. My stepdad was a veiny individual. Need more rats." Curiously, and without warning, a second voice could be heard whispering through the durian-scented air of the room. "Oh, chinchin ga dai soki da yo." For a moment, the words just floated in the air like they were struggling to cut through the stench. They were repeated. "Oh, chinchin ga dai soki da yo." This time, they reached the ears of our protagonist, yet they remained muffled till he instinctively picked at his ear and pulled out a log of wax the size of a date. A third calling brought the desired effect, and Frank sat bolt upright with that terrified look that only comes from hearing Christian rap played in the morning and seeing the Dark Lord himself. "Oh, chinchin ga dai suki da yo." Part of the ceiling then opened up like a wet pouch, pulsing and pushing out what looked like, for lack of a better description, a black fetus. Still screaming, it slid onto the ground and began to unfold. Dressed completely in black, it was as though he was the very source of darkness himself. His presence seemed to bring a distortion of the space-time continuum, and when he spoke, it brought both shadows and chills. He prowled slowly before Frank on all fours like a frog with chronic arthritis. His tongue occasionally darted in and out, almost in rhythm to the Tourette's-like flinching of his tightly wrapped black head. Everything about him incited dread, his darkness, his movements, his uncut finger and toenails, but most of all, it was his eyes. Weird and freaky to the core, they were simultaneously present and ethereal, penetrating and all-knowing, and they stared out from their sockets with spastic abandon. "Chin-Chin, Dark Lord, why have you come to torment me? Have you come to send me to the abyss?" Frank asked, paralyzed with fear.